Hi, John.
Noelle's voice is soft as falling snow, interrupts my musings. She sounds constrained, a little quieter than usual. Her voice trails off hesitantly into nothing, falling into an empty void. I look at her. In her white dress, arms exposed, she looks very small, even though in actuality she's an inch or two taller than I am. Everybody's taller than me.
Hi, John. Thank you.
Huh? Why are you thanking me all of a sudden?
For spending time with me. I had a fun day.
Well, of course I wanted to spend time with you. I like you.
Really?
Noelle's expression darkens. Storm clouds gather across her countenance. Her pale blue eyes look oddly cold. Of course. You're my good friend. Why wouldn't I like you?
Oh, I didn't know. I was just wondering that...
Wondering what? It takes Noelle a while to articulate her thoughts. Then, she finally speaks.
It's about Amu.
When Noelle says Amu's name, it sounds cold. There's no trace of warmth in her tone at all. The intensity of Noelle's tone startles me so I can't stop myself from stuttering. Amu? What about Amu?
I know that you're close to her. You are best friends after all. If you wanted to spend time with her instead of me, it wouldn't be understandable.
I don't know if I like that tone of voice. Even though it's quiet as ever, there's something running underneath it. Something unpleasant.
She's jealous.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am friends with Amu, that's true, but I'm also friends with you. I decided to come see you today, after all.
I know. I'm probably just being silly. It's just... you and Amu. You've been friends ever since you were children. Isn't that right?
Well, yeah.
And Amu has so many good qualities. She's so bright and cheerful. Always smiling. Always talking. People say she's a fun person to be with. She has a lot of friends. If I was more like Amu, maybe people would like me more.
You stop right there, woman.
Do not. That craziness.
Maybe I would have more friends too.
Noelle.
If I was more like Amu, I think even my parents would be happier. They don't like that I'm so quiet. They worry about me.
But your parents don't love Amu. They love you. Noelle nods.
They do. But it's painful for them.
Painful?
Because I'm a deficient as a person.
That's a cruel thing to say, but she says it so simply, almost as though stating that the sky is blue and the grass is green. There's no room for argument in her tone.
I am a difficult person. I don't speak very often. Sometimes I tell lies, even though I hate liars. And I don't make friends easily. I make people worry about me. Then they get tired of worrying. And then they just get tired of me.
Noelle, I'm not tired of you.
But you stopped talking to me. The past 2 years you didn't send any letters.
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
I feel sick.
Uh-oh. Is it getting hot in here?
It's already been hot in here.
Even though you sent them to Amu.
Oh, shit.
How did she know that?
Noelle looks at me. Her gaze is pointed, pinning me in place. You about to reconcile, son. Can't even twitch my fingertips. I think I might have forgotten how to breathe. She's right. I did abandon her. For the last 2 years I ignored her completely. But that wasn't her fault. It wasn't because of anything she did, and it certainly wasn't because I was sick of her. But feebly protesting that inside my own head is no good. The words won't reach anybody in there.
So I thought, maybe you were tired of me. Maybe you found my presence annoying, but you didn't know how to say it. Or maybe you were too kind to tell me. You are a very kind person, Ah-chan. At least, that's what I think.
No, I wasn't tired.
And then I thought, maybe you were glad that you were moving. You were glad to get away from me. So I wasn't being a burden anymore. I thought that made me sad. At the same time, I tried to accept it. Because you have your own life, you can't be concerned only with my happiness. It wouldn't be fair. My parents are the ones I really feel sorry for. They can't simply abandon me. They have to stand by me even when it gets difficult. Even if it makes me sad. And I think that might be inexcusable. I'm an excusably selfish girl.
Woman, I will shake you.
Oh, man.
I just want to hold her. And this stupid douche of a character that we are is too cowardly to just do it. I can hear the sounds of the cicadas. This forest is filled with chirping. All around us there are insects hidden from sight, listening to us. Listening to this sad, painful monologue coming from a person far more self-conscious, far more self-loathing than I ever imagined. Even though I always worry about the worst possible scenario, maybe I don't have that much of an imagination after all. I certainly never expected this. It's true Noelle always has been a quiet person with few friends, but I thought she didn't mind. I thought she liked it that way. Maybe I was wrong. Nobody likes to be alone. She wants to be a brighter, more confident person, just like Amu, not necessarily for her own sake, but for the sake of others. So she wouldn't have to worry about burdening them. I didn't know. I had no idea she felt that way. There are so many things about Noelle that I don't know. So many things that she hasn't told me. I wonder, is it lonely being trapped inside your own head? Feeling as though you can't share your real thoughts with anyone? I bet it was lonely. Lonelier than I can imagine.
Oh, God.
Hug her.
Hug her?
Hug her.
Yeah,
yes, she needs a hug. Oh, look at her face.
Yeah. Yeah, hug her, damn it.
At this point, there really are no words. There's nothing I can say, nothing I can even think of saying. Instead, I reach out, and gently, as though handling a fragile doll, I hold her in my arms. Under normal circumstances, I would feel embarrassed for being so forward. I've never really hugged a girl like this before. It is true that I've hugged Amu a few times when we were kids, but those interactions may more accurately be described as hyperactive Amu pouncing on me rather than a mutual hug. I was never the one who initiated those embraces, and Amu grew out of it when she got older. This kind of embrace feels completely different.
You love her, man.
Yeah, just admit it, man. It's not something I'm used to. And yet, even though my heart is beating just a little too fast and my face has gone a light shade of pink, I don't care. How I feel right now shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. I want to show Noelle just what she means to me, and this is the only way I can think of doing it. It's the only way I know how to apologize without the message being misunderstood. Noelle and I don't talk that much anyway. We're not natural conversationalists. I think I can get along with others a little better than she can, owing to the fact that I've been friends with Amu for so long. But at heart, I get nervous when I have to interact with other humans. I'm always worrying. But will I look foolish? Can I get my point across properly? Well, am I even representing the truth of what really will happen? And worst of all, am I just being a bore? Because using the language is difficult, and different people will take away different meanings from the exact same accounts. I can't rely on it at all. If I want to show Noelle how much I care about her, I think that this is the only way. Between awkward people like us who don't like to talk, maybe it is the only way. So, even though it feels kind of strange, it's not awkward or embarrassing. If it's between us, I think it's completely natural.
John.
Noelle sniffles a little, her voice breaking. I continue to hold her, my cheeks flushed. Owing the slight height difference between us, my nose is pressed against her forehead. I can't rest my chin on top of her head like in a scene of a romantic girl's manga. I'm not tall enough. But at least I can do this. And this, whatever this is, might just be enough.
John. You don't dislike me?
No. I never disliked you. Not ever. I couldn't. I was just awkward and I didn't want to hurt you.
Good. I am so glad.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. She sniffles. Her body shakes.
I waited for you. Every day. I waited.
Noelle.
I just wanted a letter. Just one. A sign. Any sign. That you still remembered me. That you still cared about me. But no matter how long I waited, it never happened. I never got any letters. Even as the days, then weeks, then months went by, before I knew it, a whole year had passed. A whole year, and I'd still heard nothing. Even so, you still sent Amu letters. You sent her them, and she was so happy. She talked to everybody and how you were and what you were doing, acting as though she knew everything. Acting as though she was your confidant, your real friend. During that time, Amu seemed so bright. She always was smiling, always. It made me feel so sick to look at her, even though I felt guilty for thinking such a cruel thing. Everybody gravitated towards her. Everybody loved her. But I've always been alone. I was so alone, and nobody tried to talk to me. Not even you. But I thought, maybe that made sense. It made sense because Amu was so much better than me. She's confident, and bold, and good at sports. She always smiled. She had so many friends. So, obviously, if you had to pick between her and me, I thought you'd choose her. I thought that for sure. It was scary. I was scared that you had never liked me. That you had always liked Amu more. And I thought our whole relationship was a lie.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Noelle's voice breaks. It falters, fading away into nothingness. And soon is replaced by a more heartbreaking sound. The sound of sobbing. Noelle! I draw her even more tightly to my chest, as though this simple hug can take all her pain away. I know it can't. I know that's just wishful thinking. But still I want to try. I want her to know just what she means to me. I can't communicate it with words, but maybe the warmth of my body is enough. I hope it's enough. My shirt's starting to get damp. She buries her head against my chest, her fingers clutching at the fabric of my jacket. I rest my chin on top of her head. It's funny. This gentle, caring embrace. I can't hear anything else. Just the sound of my heartbeat and Noelle's tears. Nothing else matters anymore. Not even the low, mournful cries of the cicadas.
Oh, man.
I legit teared up there.
Oh.
Oh my god.
So what'd you say, Hot John? You want to come, do you? Do you? It'll be really fun, I promise, just like old times.
I can hear Amu's voice over the other end of the line. It's so filled with enthusiasm I have to hold the phone a little away from my ear, lest I get deafened. Amu's voice sounds strange, as though she's speaking to me from underwater. The dull static buzz doesn't diminish the cheery tone of Amu's voice, however. I can tell, just standing here in the hallway, how excited she is. That's why I feel guilty about turning her down. I know tomorrow will be my last day here, but involuntarily my mind keeps going back to that image of Noelle. Delicate, ethereal Noelle, dressed entirely in white, standing in the forest, the wind playing through her hair, her light blue eyes shining, her cheeks wet with tears. I'm sorry, Amu. I don't think I can do tomorrow. I'm busy. Amu's disappointment is palpable even over the phone.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! What the heck? Eh? Well, why not? It's your last day here. It's not fair if you just blow me off like that. The nerve!
Yeah. I'm not trying to pick favorites or anything, it's just Amu cuts me off before I can finish.
You jerk! This is about Noelle, isn't it?
Well, kinda. It's just, I saw her today and, well...
She wasn't feeling too great?
Yeah, that's right. She, I think she's been feeling not too good for a while, from what I gathered. Amu clicks her tongue against the roof of her mouth. It takes her a while to reply. That's unusual for her.
Yeah. I think that might make sense. Noelle hasn't been looking too happy for a while, I suppose.
Not too happy?
Like quiet. I mean, she's always been quiet, but she's never said anything to anyone nowadays. And this painting she's been working on in art class is a little weird.
Huh? This is the first I've heard about any painting. Weird?
Yeah. I can't really describe it. I don't know that much about art, but it's not very happy.
Huh. I wonder what this painting could look like.
I mean, if even I realized Noelle wasn't happy, it's clear there is something wrong. Really wrong. I am kind of thick-headed after all, but sheesh.
You're not thick-headed. You just like to have fun.
I suppose. Counseling others isn't one of my super strong points, you know. I could never be a therapist.
Yeah. You're the kind of person who'd shout, "Just deal with it," and hit him over the head, right?
Hey! I may be a straight-talking kind of gal, but I'm not a brute. When would I ever hit anybody?
You hit me all the time.
You don't count that, John. I've known you since like forever. But I see how it is. If you think Noelle needs you more, then you're probably right. And I suck at being tactful. At least I admit it. But if I hung around you two, I just get in the way.
You don't mind? Really?
Nah, I can deal. I'm a strong, independent woman, you know.
Heh. I can definitely attest to the strong part.
Hehehehe. Thank you, and thank you.
Amu giggles at the other end of the line.
Ha ha ha.
I can imagine her now bowing to an invisible audience.
Thank you, thank you.
It can be kind of cute sometimes. In a frightening and chaotic kind of way.
But I at least want to see you off at the station, okay? It'd be far too mean if I went on a date with Noelle and cut me out of the picture completely.
Hey! It's not a date.
I don't care what it is. A girl could turn into a vengeful ghost and haunt you for 50 years for being abandoned like that, you know?
Okay.
It's a curse.
Goodness. I don't think I can put up with you following me for 50 years. Of course you can come see me off at the station.
Well, I should think any guy with all his brain cells should welcome the possibility of being stalked by a cute, ravishing beauty like me. Not that I'm, gloating or anything. But I guess some people don't see it that way.
If you started to stalk me, I wouldn't thank you for it if that's what you're getting at.
Jeez. Some people have no gratitude. The noise. Anyways, I'll see you at the station later tomorrow. Cockroach Kid. Is that okay, Achan?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll look forward to it. I mean, I pause, my voice trailing off. I wonder what to say. She'll make fun of me if I'm too sincere, won't she? But I don't like being flippant either. I don't want you to curse me.
Yeah.
We don't want to get too close.
It's all about Noelle.
Yeah. No way. Being honest with Amu would be far, far too embarrassing. She wouldn't take me at all seriously anyway. I'm not the smartest person in the world, my test results will attest to that, but I'm not completely stupid. I have to see you anyway. And if I don't, you'll curse me, right?
Kill. That's right. I am a magical girl after all.
But I thought magical girls were all about love and justice and saving the world and not stalking me for 50 years.
Well, I'll be my own kind of magical girl with trap cards.
Nerd.
I'm more interested in my own brand of justice than anything else, like Batgirl.
Does that mean I'm gonna break your legs?
Oh.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Oh, sorry, bro. And your justice dictates that stalking is totally okay?
If it's talking to you, Achan.
Cold chill creeps down my spine. This can't bode well.
Alrighty, have your fun on your date with Noelle. Be sure to tell me all the juicy details when you meet up, okay? No smoochies.
There aren't gonna be any juicy details. I already told you this isn't a date.
Whatever. Good night, Achan.
Yeah, whatever, bitch.
Sweet dreams.
And with that, she hangs up on me. I hear a click on the other end of the line and the phone goes dead. I stare down at the phone, my fingers gripping it tightly. I know my face is red. Stupid Amu.
Just call him out on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. I yawn, tears beating in the corner of my eyes as I press my hand on my mouth. My hair is dripping wet, my pajama shirt's sticking to my back, and my face feels all flushed, no doubt from the hot bath I had a few minutes ago. I don't know why I always run the water so hot when I have baths. I just do. The bath doesn't feel satisfactory if I don't emerge from it 20 minutes later with skin like a pickled radish, strangely lightheaded and hardly able to stand. These kind of baths help tire out my brain, making it easier for me to slip under the covers and fall straight to sleep. If I didn't tire myself out this way, I'd be riddled with nerves tossing and turning all night and unable to get any rest. When I have exams the following day, or if I travel a long distance, I always ensure the bath I run of the evening is just a little bit hotter than usual. I feel all weak and lethargic now. What better time is there to get a nice cool glass of milk? I'll get something to drink and then I'll call Saki, maybe. Calling Saki has become an indispensable part of my routine now, just like these baths, and I worry if I won't be able to relax unless I'm able to hear her voice. I really am a simple creature, aren't I? I walk my way over to the kitchen, padding on bare feet, leaving a trail of wet footprints behind me. Huh. I yawn again, stifling the sound with my hand. I don't want to wake up my grandparents. But as it soon turns out...
Oh, hello, dear.
It's awfully light in there for being the middle of the night.
I know, like the...
Maybe it's a light.
Yeah.
It's a really tall lamp.
It could be from another room or something.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were still awake.
This concern is quite unnecessary. As I pass by the dining room, I spot my grandmother kneeling at the low table in the center of the room. She's holding a pair of thick knitting needles. From the regular movements of her hands, a woolen creation is slowly starting to bloom. It looks like fairly recent work in progress because I can't tell what this woolen thing is even when my grandmother beckons me closer to take a seat opposite her. Can you not sleep? My grandmother smiles.
With the holy unholy racket Jotaro makes? Of course not. Even a deaf person could sleep through that.
Does he snore that loudly?
I wouldn't call that noise making snoring, dear. It sounds more like an erupting volcano. Why, I have half a mind to smother him with a pillow. It's the only way to get him to stop.
You mean you've done it before?
It may seem unnecessary cruel, but to you now, maybe, however, but when you've been married to someone who snores incessantly, or whatever the word is, for more than 60 years, it really does start to try your patience. Marriage have fallen apart from less before. Why, listening to the cacophony day in, day out is enough to turn my hair white.
I look at my grandmother at the shock of fine white hair coming from her scalp. I laugh a little at her joke, and she smiles.
Ah, at least you look cheerful, more cheerful now.
I didn't before?
Well, to be honest, dear, I think you look a little unwell. Tired, maybe?
I stifle another yawn and give a small nod of my head. I'm fine, Grandma.
But your face is all red. It's a pretty color to be sure, but my, you look like a beet.
My grandmother leans across the desk, her fingers still manipulating her knitting needles, her knitting needles, a knowing look in her eyes.
You haven't been running baths so hard it could score your skin off, have you? Because your mother used to do that all the time, too. Everybody knew when our Irie had just taken a bath because we had no hot water left for that day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I flush a little, not just from the bath, but from embarrassment as I look down at the tabletop. I hope I haven't been using all your hot water.
It's alright, dear. That isn't the main point of concern.
You're worried about me?
Of course I'm worried. I'm your grandmother. It is my duty to worry. I know from experience it's bad for the body to take so many hot baths. It weakens the constitution.
Then at least I have your food to keep me healthy and strong.
That's right. I do my best at any rate.
Click, click. The knitting needles flash.
You know, my Irie, your mother, she used to take hot baths, so once fainted clean away in the tub. If I hadn't been waiting to use the bath myself, who knows what could have happened. She could have been seriously injured.
Mother did that? Really?
Mm-hmm. She stayed in the bath the longest when she was feeling stressed, too. She never told me, but I could tell. Mothers can always tell.
I never knew that. My mother always seems so in control. Dad always certainly listens to her. My grandmother tuts, shaking her head.
My poor little Ai-chan. She was such an anxious child. Always picking at her dry skin, biting her lip, and gnawing at her fingernails. She would have sooner died than own up to it, though. She's one of those people who think they can take care of everything on their own, and she hates asking for help. She still does. She doesn't keep in contact with her mother nearly as often as she should.
I think she's been busy lately with the moving.
Oh, she would say that. Personally, I think she's just shy. Doesn't want to bother me, or something like that. As if phoning your mother could ever be a bother.
My grandmother tuts, shaking her head.
I guess she takes after her father. Jotaro is just awful at it. Has all the pride of an emperor. He'd sooner bleed to death from an open wound than go to a hospital for help.
Even though the subject matter is fairly grim, I can't help but be amused. It's kind of funny hearing my grandmother talk about my mother like this and calling her Ai-chan, too. Was Ai-chan a cute nickname for my mother when she was younger? Is it kind of like my nickname, too, Ah-chan?
Anyway, I suppose what I'm trying to say, dear, is this.
My grandmother shuffled slightly, making herself comfortable, her knitting needle still clicking away.
If you have any worries, you can always talk to your old grandmother. I like being useful, and I'll always be waiting to lend an ear. And remember to call me when you get back home. I miss you when you're not here. I want to see my cute grandson growing up.
I blink. All of a sudden it feels like I've got something in my eye. Have my grandparents been missing me?
Oh, man. That's good
That was a pretty
stuff.
good episode, yeah.
Grandmother knows best. Yeah, what a good one.
What a G.
Yeah, buddy.